So I've been kind of trepidatious about making this video, and I guess anyone who ever started a YouTube channel know this fear of starting, and like all the thoughts about like what will people think, why do I deserve to even attempt something like this. So many limiting thoughts linked to limiting beliefs, and for me it's made me postpone the making of this video for like several years. And just to give a little bit of backstory, I left my home country Denmark 2 months ago, traveled to Asia with the main goal of starting this YouTube channel, and it's been 2 months now. I've been doing some recordings and stuff, but I haven't really started. So that got me thinking, like, what are we really afraid of? What other people will think? As if that has any importance. Like, I guess in a sense it's the curse of being a social being, right? We are, in a way, and not necessarily only in a positive way, we are addicted to the tribe, to the group, to the social field, to everything that comes with that, like status and positive regard and all that jazz. But it made me think also about Kierkegaard. Soren Kierkegaard has maybe his magnum opus Either Or, in which the aesthete that goes by the name of A is answering the question, what would you, if you had only one wish, what would it be? And he answers that laughter would always be on my side, which in a sense is the same. It's approaching the same challenge, right? We don't want to be ridiculous. We don't want to be the ones who are laughed at. And interestingly, the aesthete is not exactly Kierkegaard's highest ideal. It's the second step on his 4 stages of being. And obviously it's related to ego and all those things. But it highlights the fact that we keep ourselves back from doing what we want to do out of fear, these imagined paranoid ideas of what others will think. And it really makes us become shadows of ourselves, hampering us from living the life we long to live, that something in us longs to live out. And that is really a grand crime against the self, to fill your own head with limiting narratives and ideas, with limiting narratives and paranoid ideas, I should say, that directs our fate towards a lesser life, because we're so fucking scared that somebody somewhere will laugh at us or will criticize us or whatever it might be. That's a wild thought. And while we might or may put a lot of the responsibility on society or on culture or on everybody else, all the people judging us, it's really about, like with everything else, it's about ourselves, right? It's about our inability to break through that shit, to own our flaws and to put ourselves out into the world as we are and know that everybody are broken and everybody are looking for somebody to kick so they can feel less down than them. And that's okay. But it's just this idea we have to, I think, if we want to break free of this pattern, we have to understand that we are the enemy, not the critics or the people who might ridicule us or laugh at us. We ourselves are our own enemy, and that is a powerful insight, because while it might to the untrained eye look like just heaping pain upon pain, like not only do I have this problem, but I am the problem myself, it actually means the opposite, right? Because it means that if I am the problem, I am also the solution. I am also the one holding the power. If the external world is holding the power over what you do and whether you live an authentic life or not, then you have essentially disempowered yourself. But the moment you realize that you are the problem, that I am the problem, that we are ourselves the problem, we also hold suddenly, as if by magic, all the power. We are the solution as well. And once you start thinking about this problem of living authentically and living out the things we are afraid to show the world, it really poses also the question, what might my life look like if I didn't hamper myself with all these paranoid thoughts and self-limiting narratives? Like, how wild a life might I actually be able to live if I'm not scared? Or maybe not scared. It's okay to be scared, but if I enable myself to transcend that fear, to not be controlled by that fear, to not let my fate be directed by that fear. And that can be a scary question, because if you're in the middle of your life, maybe you're afraid, or you get this almost quasi-subconscious fear that you will realize, pondering this question, that you wasted a lot of your life pretending to be someone else or living in the shadows of your own paranoid ideas. It's wild. It's really wild. But I think the liberating part of it also is that while we might acknowledge or realize that we've wasted many years, it's also liberating. From now on, we don't have to do that anymore. And that kind of makes it okay that some years were wasted, because now we're free. Now we can do that. Now we can actually live authentically, if we can manage to transcend our fear. And one thing to understand about fear is that you can actually do something even if you're scared of it, because fear it's just an emotion. You don't have to feel confident or not afraid of something in order to do it. You can just do it carrying the fear, which is a marvelous thing, that I can sit here right now being fearful but still do it. Just have the fear. It's just a feeling. It's okay. It's a feeling. It's there, and it's okay. It can be there. As they say, there is no courage without fear. Right? If you weren't fearful, you wouldn't be courageous. You would just be, well, I guess the Buddha, or like some enlightened being, or very stupid. But the freedom in this insight that fear is just a feeling and it doesn't have to direct your actions, that's like liberation. It's the freedom of it is quite powerful. And I think in many ways it can be the gateway to rewriting our image of ourselves to let go of an old identity which was timid or hampered or limited by narratives and paranoia. And that is the power of being a human being, is that you can rewrite yourself and your self-understanding, your idea, our idea of our own identity. Wild, really wild. And when I think about this right now, I'm suddenly looking forward to posting this, even though it has been like a fearful idea in my head for many years now, or several years at least. Now it just feels totally liberating to put this somewhere where other people can see it. But enough about me. It makes me think also. What about you? What are your fears? What kind of self-limiting stories do you tell yourself? What kind of paranoid thoughts are keeping you from being who you could be? Being, like, letting that inner golden self out? Like, what is holding you back and why? I'm really curious to hear that. So if you'd be willing to share it, I would feel honored. And of course, it poses the additional question, who would you be if you weren't afraid? Like, what does the liberated version of you look like? What kind of life does that person live? What kind of emotions and mental states does that person experience? And what would that person do? What would that person create? What would that person contribute? What mission would that person be on? And I'm also curious to hear, like, what mindsets or methods do you use to transcend this, I think, for most modern people, incessant paranoia that keeps you from being you. Like let's share our methods. I've shared mine here, and I would love to hear what yours are. Maybe I could learn something. Maybe we could all learn something. Yeah, guess that's it. See ya.